Greetings. Welcome back, King folks. Thank you for joining me again today. I think this lighting is a little too bright, so let me kind of bring it down a bit or tone it down a bit. Oh, now it's kind of too low. So, thank you, Ken folks, for coming back, joining me again. And for those who are new, I welcome you too. Also, before we get further down the road, I really appreciate you guys. For those who would like to stay in tune and in connection with me, please click on the subscribe button below. Subscribe. Subscribe. And if you don't want to subscribe means you have a subscription to this channel because you either like what I'm talking about, you like how I talk, you like how I look, or you just like my vibes. So subscribe. Okay? You know, I be wanting to start off in a serious mode, but for some reason, I be serious. Don't get me wrong. Eyes be serious. But it's like this, like I have this happiness, joyful bug. Well, I don't call it no bug because you know I really don't do too well with bugs. But light, yeah, let me just say that. It's a light within. But anywho, so if you don't want to subscribe, at least thumbs up the video or like it. You know, do one of them things. Leave me a comment. Tell me how y'all doing. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all taking time out to hear what I have to say. Okay? And if you like what I have to talk about in my videos, please share my videos. You know? Do a sister a favor. Okay, I know you was like, why you talk like that? Well, it just comes out naturally. So don't think I'm sitting up here pretending. I'm what people call the dirty South, but I'm not dirty. I try to keep clean, you know. But I'm from Atlanta. Yes, born and raised here. So yes, and I still live close to Atlanta. I'm still in Georgia. I don't know if y'all say Georgia, Georgia. I mean, here they say Georgia, you know, because when I'm around my family, my lips really get lazy when I'm around my family. Okay. So my mind is going to be kind of scattered because, you know, I don't have my talking points right here with me. This is what I use right here. For my talking points, I write my stuff in there to keep my thoughts going. But I might just pause to gather myself, or I may have to do something, depending on what kind of distractions arise. But don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. So, I want to talk about gratitude, okay? Because some of us aren't grateful, you know. Sometimes in the past, I used to think that I was grateful. I kind of was grateful no matter what. But to some extent, a little complaining came in, worries come in. And even like right now, you know, I don't tell too much of my business on the internet. You know, why am I letting y'all into my life like that? I just don't understand a lot of people who let people into their life like that. But I guess whatever pays the bills. And yes, I do have debts I have to pay. Okay? I do have them things I have to pay. Sometimes I get worried if and when they're going to get paid. But I have to really try to remind myself, because even right now in my guts, in my heart, there is a little worrisome because the times that I grew up is so different. And I wish I had someone to really teach me. Then again, there was just this stubborn spirit, a rebel in me. And people, let me help you understand about the rebel, about the stubbornness that I realize within me. So I left home early after I graduated. You know, I got pregnant, I believe in my last year in high school. I still graduated. I didn't graduate top of my class. I think I was at the very bottom, just like my last name, Y at the end. And there's probably some people up under me, but you know, at least I got a point. You know, I had a grade point average. I had a 1.0 graduating. And a lot of people don't like to talk about stuff like that. But I think it's okay because it's in the past. It's not who you are. You're not a child. I'm not a child. I'm not a teenager anymore. You know, we've all done foolish things. And I don't know why people try to act like they are angels throughout their whole life. Because I'm pretty sure you may have played the angels in front of others, but you had thoughts running through your head. You had feelings chirping in your heart. And there were some things you thought you was doing undercover, hidden. And you think it may not be exposed. So I'm exposing me. I mean, all the time in my videos, it might come up. Stuff about me might come up out of my mouth. You know, I might vomit it out, you know, because I feel like we all think we're supposed to be so perfect in a dysfunctional society. Actually, the world is dysfunctional because if the world wasn't so dysfunctional, all this stuff in the world would not be going on. And whether you know it or not, and sometimes I don't like to bring up negative things. I don't like to talk about negative things, but this is not negative, it's natural things. Natural disasters is happening all over the world right now as I speak. And today is Thursday, December 30th, 11:34 a.m. and my cell phone it was fully charged. How did that thing jump from 100 to 98? But anyway, this is fully charged, I guess. But yes, so let's get back. So yeah, 1.0 was I. But there was probably somebody who was 0.5 up under me. But also too, I think in America, in the United States, I think when it comes to when children reach puberty, the children or teens or preteens, or just the children, period. Let me just say children over here in the United States are held behind due to the educational system. Because when I run into people from other countries, they seem to have got it. And it's not to say everybody over here in America, all the children aren't, because there are parents, and I'm not talking about those parents who migrated over here. I'm talking about those who were born and raised, who have ancestry lines here. Okay? And in those ancestry lines, when the Europeans came over and defeated us and captured us and forced us into a lifestyle that was degrading, which also kept us from, well, I can't say it kept us from knowing, because we always had a knowing of ourselves and our own within our own culture. But a lot of melanated natives were killed off if they were caught teaching their children. And I know a lot of y'all, if y'all are other races, Europeans, don't feel guilty about it. It's in the past. It's all about correcting it. If you have that racist blood or whatever it is, hating, I don't even like to call it racist, because we're all, everyone is trying to win the race and racism. A great teacher of mine used to say that, but and he probably still say it. But accept what your ancestors have done and corrected. Just like within your own bloodline, family bloodline, you learn some things when you become an adult that your family has done, people in your own family line has done, that you might think are embarrassing, but boo-boo, it's not you. Yeah, it's in your bloodline, but maybe it's up to you. Since you see it, you don't like it, then you change it within yourself. And you make sure those who come after you better it. And also you make sure you teach your children to do the opposite. So yeah, I keep jumping forward and backwards and in the middle and back. But I was a rebel, stubborn. So a lot of things too that certain family members were trying to teach me, I felt like in their communication, it wasn't very straightforward. They weren't very expressive. So a lot of things I really didn't understand, and a lot of things I saw, I didn't understand it either. And it's not that I did not know to question it. When I would question things, I remember one time questioning something about God, and I got slapped in the mouth. And right there and then, I was programmed and traumatized never to ask questions. I had to be very careful about what I ask. I can ask for a quarter, I can ask for some food, but certain things I just thought I could not ask. Just certain things, I'm telling you, and it's kind of just overwhelmingly emotional in me, to the point where I do want to cry, but I know I got to keep moving on, because those are things in the past. And sometimes when you talk about the past and those memories are coming up, emotions arises, because it's like you're living in that moment. But what I can tell you, I've made so many mistakes. I think I even said in one of my videos, I used to be toxic, and I didn't even know I was toxic. I played the victim. I blamed. I was lazy. I gossiped. And I was so cold in my emotions because I did not know how to express them, because they weren't expressed to me. I grew up without my biological mom and father around me. My grandparents raised me. Even though my mom was in and out of my life. And when I say in and out, she wasn't doing drugs, you know, when I was young that I know of. I knew she drank alcohol. She was an alcoholic, and she probably still is because she still drinks. But I'm not here to put her down, because when people do things, it's due to something in their lives, and they don't know how to change it. So you do not. And I know sometimes we find ourselves looking down on others when they're going through something and when they're doing things, and you don't understand why they do it, and you want to point the finger at them, and you think they're as strong as you, and they're not. And it's not me finding excuses for them, because there are some that can pull themselves out. So anywho, let me get back to what I really want to talk about, because I don't want to stay on that. Sometimes when people go through things like that, they are examples for others to better themselves. You're able to look at what you don't like, and you make that change within yourself. So when I say she's in and out of my life, it means every now and again I would spend a night at her house. Every now and again, she'd come and pick me up to spend a night. She was living with a man of her own. It wasn't my father, but and I just never knew my father. So that plays a lot in my life and how I was influenced and programmed without a male. And it's not something that I could help. There was just some things I could not help because I didn't understand it. And when it came to relationships, let me pause for a second and gather myself. So when it came to relationships, I came off as cold. And sometimes people think if you're raised in a house where there's a male and female, genetically, if you don't feel a connection, a direct connection, I felt a connection because I knew they were my family. You know what I mean? But as a child, I felt like something was missing. So when I learned that my mom was my mom, because I used to call my grandmother Mom, I called my granddaddy by his nickname that I heard everybody else calling him. There are just things about relationships for you that don't go well when you don't have not constant contact with your mother and father, but if the connection isn't a genuine close connection, or just a connection where you can get to know each size of you, there's a disturbance within your life. So, and then you may call that child disturbed or that adult disturbed because there was a disturbance in their childhood. There was a cut off, a vibrational cut off of a connection with your direct sperm donor and womb holder, or so in healing these things and learning these things about yourself, as I have gotten older, there I'm still dealing with them. I'm still healing. I'm really just trying to face them and analyze them to help me understand what my path is all about, what I'm here to learn. You know? And don't feel sad for me because I have enough sadness for myself. I don't need your pity. I don't need any of that because you don't know what I've been through. So many people out there are so ungrateful, and that's what I'm getting back to. We're so ungrateful for what we have in our life. And children, you hate your parents. I'm not talking about those who are truly abusive, who try to kill you, and those who have killed. I'm talking about those parents who are disciplining you to make sure you're on the right path. Sometimes you have to sit in the moment and think, if my parents weren't here, where would I be? Even for those who are adopted, I feel your pain. And I'm not saying your case is worse than mine, but some of those children who are adopted or put in foster homes never get to ever see the parents who gave them up due to whatever reason, death, drugs, some kind of institution they're in, you know. Sometimes and I'm not talking about those people who give their children up for whatever reasons, but sometimes parents have to give their children away not for selfish reasons. They're doing it out of love. If they know they truly in their hearts can't do it. They want to be able to remain a connection with you, but with what the laws they have established in this dysfunctional society, when they're told when you give your child up for adoption, you have to cut off. And sometimes the parents who are adopting don't want that child to have no kind of connection, but which is very immature because at some point that child becomes an adult and start to notice, even if they don't before their adulthood, they start to sense something is different. I understand and understand that a lot of parents want children of their own. And when you adopt, you want them to be your own. But if you truly love that child, just like that parent who, not all the parents now, don't get it confused, but there are parents who out of love let their children go. You have to be accepting of that there's another connection that they must know about. Sweethearts, they must. Because at some point there's a disturbance. Because they're wondering, even in their characteristics, personality, their looks, they might notice they don't look like the rest of you or act like the rest of you, is what I'm saying. No matter how much you might try to instill your ways in them, genetically it comes out. DNA. They can see. So don't deprive. I'm very passionate about this subject, whatever this subject is. What do y'all think I should call this video? I don't even know why I'm even asking that, because it's not like I'm on live. But anywho, be grateful. Not with who you have in your life. Like I said, the children are deprived of freely expressing themselves, because as adults, we look at them as they don't know nothing. Yeah, they don't know nothing. Well, I don't want to say they don't know nothing, because children pay attention. They may not know what secrets you're holding. They may not know what's going on in the work field or in the economy, but never underestimate them, because at some point they're going to grow up. They're going to eventually grow up. So respect them. Show the responsibility as a parent. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I've made so many mistakes with my children. I love them genuinely. And as much as I wanted to change and not raise my children the way I was raised, that was all I knew. But there were times I would watch television shows to see if I can do it differently. But emotionally, there was a disturbance where I would snap when something wasn't done a certain way that I thought should be done. And those things kept coming through that I was trying to hold back, that when it happens, you become blind and you forget all about all that other stuff. That's why it takes time. So I think when we become grandparents, I think we have a handle on those emotions. But when we're young and single parenting, and you're upset because there's not another there with you, but you're young and you don't know how to hold on to a relationship because you grew up watching family members in relationship, and in your eyes, you didn't like what you see in those relationships. You didn't have a connection with your mom and father. So all I really knew was when things didn't go right, I ghosted the relationship. I didn't want that. And I always prepared myself from when I was getting ready to leave. I would go through the emotions, and I knew I would probably continue the emotions, but I'd be like, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to cry these many days, these many weeks, but I'm going to get over it, and I'm going to keep it moving. That was my thoughts, because that's all I knew, and I just didn't want what I saw growing up. So why am I alone? Why am I still single? I am single because all of the dysfunctions I've seen in relationships and that I've had, and mind you, I did say I was toxic. I'm single right now because I just don't want anything in my life, because I hear the same old things coming out of men's mouths. I see the same old things in their actions. I don't see growth. And also, too, I see so many people being judgmental of people, men judging women and why they won't get, and that's why y'all single too. Even the so-called professionals and those men who get on these platforms, social media platforms, and put other women down for what they're not doing, or putting other men down for what they're not doing. I'm not putting nobody down. But when are we going to start lifting each other up? There was a time where I thought low about my race and culture and background because what I was taught. So I'm not here to put down nobody's race or culture. Okay. And what y'all don't realize, maybe y'all do, but y'all keep forgetting. We are all on this planet together, breathing the same air. I know some of y'all think y'all not breathing the same air because y'all wearing a mask and y'all having to inhale your own breath, your own stank coming out your mouth, your own toxins, and it's blowing up your head. But what you also probably not paying attention to, life isn't promised to you. We get so caught up in this world because you're living in this world. And even though you're living in this world, you don't realize the people that you see dying on the television and dying around you in your family should bring some kind of awareness that I need to get serious about life and learn these lessons. But also, don't forget to enjoy it. Enjoy it to the extent where it's not affecting another negatively. Respecting nature, being grateful. I see some people, y'all go to hotels, and I be watching y'all on this YouTube thing. Y'all go to a hotel, oh, this is the luxurious life. And then when y'all go home, I'm like, your home is just as luxurious. Then y'all talking about y'all go on vacation. I had to think about that. Someone taught me a teacher, mentor of mine from a while back. He's still my mentor. You know, y'all don't like him, y'all put him down, you know, because the news made some lies up about him, Dr. York, and I'm proud to say it. Because a lot of people misconstrued who he was because he came to help his own people. And what you don't understand, I know a lot of the other races is like, okay, why is he here to help on his? Because there was a prophecy, and there are certain elites that know that there is going to be someone to come to enlighten their own, and they're trying to stop a certain prophecy. But though you have other cultures and races of people who have people within them helping their own, but we're the only one that's not allowed to be helped by their own. Even though it comes off like I'm helping everyone. Yeah, because this might be some information for anyone. But when my people look at me, they see a reflection of themselves and know I'm helping them. And in helping me or helping them, I am helping me. Helping me, I'm helping them. And if I tend to help others outside of that, so be it. I love me some me. And those portions of me that I'm not satisfied with, I work on that. So, why is it there's such an issue when these this race of people that looks like me looks up to someone who comes along to help pull us out the muck and mire? I get it. I get it. Because when we all come together, there's an end of something. There's a beginning and the beginning of an end, and the end to start a beginning. We got to stop acting like our shit don't stink. And if y'all don't know what that is, it's your boo-boo. It's your poo-poo. It's your dookie. It's your doo-doo. Whatever you call it. It stinks. Your farts stink. Your poop stink. All of it. And of course you might be laughing, but all of that comes from within you. It is a part of you. What you put in is what's going to come out. What you put in is what's going to come out through what you say and how you act and how you think. We're all being affected on this planet because we have given up our responsibilities to allow somebody else to lead us. We're all looking for somebody to lead and save us. Save yourselves. Save yourselves. Stop waiting for something to come out of the sky. Because if you wait for something to come out of the sky, you may not wake up the same in the same body. You may not be in that body. Some might fall down on you coming out of that sky. I remember this song my grandma used to sing. You better run on. See what the end gonna be. You better run on. See what the end gonna be. 'Cause something at the end is waiting for me. I would go on with the whole song, but I'm not, because I don't really remember all the words. I woke up, so I don't remember. But hey, and I used to think about that, like what's gonna happen at the end. And now I'm like, are we at the end? Because so much is happening. 5011 tornadoes around. I know 5011. Yeah, I know that's an exaggeration. Like, what's a 5011? You know, that's something I grew up saying, you know, when we talk about a lot, when we say a lot, instead of saying a lot, we just say 5011. And that's like 61, right? But anyway, just a figure of speech, just to say a lot. It's a lot, whole lot of going on. 5011 tornadoes hitting, hurricanes hitting, brewing all around, volcanoes. I don't think it's an end. Yeah, it's probably an end to a certain type of kind of society and thinking, but it's an awakening. Mother Earth is waking up, boo-boo. So look around you and be grateful for what you have, what you had. Sometimes things happen naturally that we might think are disasters, chaos, problems, bad, just to bring about something good. When someone die in this world, oh, that's bad. Yeah, they maybe if they die early, but there's a reason that a lot of humans have not taught us to understand and understand why a lot of these early deaths, and a lot of people being taught about God doing this and that and that and that and this. What about the God within you, the breath of God that was blowing into you that gave you life? So, woo, 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 woo. You hear that? God in you, giving you the breath of life, meaning God is in you, giving life to the body that you're in. You're not your body. Meaning that essence that's within you gives you the responsibility to take responsibility of your life. So remember, I am not here to make you think like me. I feel like it is just time to think. I just want you to think. If there's anything I want you to think. And something that I have learned, give the people or give another something that you would want for yourself. And that's just the responsibility to think. I can think for myself now. I don't have to blame my mom. I don't have to blame my dad. I don't have to blame nobody but me now, because and I'm grateful. I've been homeless. You think I have it all because of what you see around me and because what I have right now? What you have in your life is temporary. Who's to say this is going to be my reality forever? It's not going to be my reality forever. And what I am learning right now is to enjoy it and be grateful for it. All I want to do is just be grateful for this right now and enjoy it right now. Just be in gratitude that I can come on here and share my story, my experiences, my thoughts with you. I'm giving you something that I always wanted for me. Is just some tips, nicks and nats to help me along with my thought process. Just to know it is okay to fail, as long as I'm learning from my failures. There's a reason for being here and failing and making mistakes and coming off dysfunctional and crazy and insane and stupid and dumb and messed up to others. Who gives a damn about what somebody else think of me? I don't care about what y'all think about me. I cared back then because I didn't know better. Cancel me for what you put on another. You got 3 fingers pointing back at you. You're putting a whole lot on yourself. And that one, or however you point, is just whoever is witnessing what you're stating. And if you think you're hiding and no one can see you as a cancel cultured person, your day will come. What you put out is what you attract. And all I want to attract is divine, unconditional love. I just want to put it out because that's what I want back. I want to feel that which I did not understand. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. I didn't overstand it. I didn't withstand it. I didn't stand it growing up. So this is what I want. And I want to mostly know me divinely. I want to feel that love from all who I come in contact with. And it's not, like I said, I am not perfect. I never claimed to be. Do I want perfection? Can that be achieved? I'm perfect, and who I am, what I am, why I am, how I am, when I am, where I am, because it's all about how I feel about me. And there's nothing wrong in wanting perfection. And don't let no one else tell you you're never going to get it, because your perfection could be you being able to make a great meal that's perfect for you. A good jug of water that's perfect for you. I pray, I meditate on being the best of me, knowing me, loving me unconditionally, and being grateful. And I talk about this because this is what I'm dealing with right now. I'm doing my best to not be worried about my future. I'm doing my best to not hold grudges from my past. I want to just be able to laugh. Be in happiness and joy. I want to be able in 2022 talk about the great things, positive things. And when those other things come along, I deal with them as they come. Okay, people. Thank you for this moment. I know it is a long video, but I feel like it was much needed. I needed to get this out, you know. This is called a video log, like a journal. As I heal, you heal. And I'm not here to spell anything out, but I am here to bring about an enchanting, divine, unconditional, loving life and enjoying how we learn. We all learn differently. Let's stop the madness. All right, good people. Again, I'm not here to make you think like me. If I have sparked an essence to make you think, then all I ever wanted was for you to think. Stay blessed. Peace and blessings.